Good evening, people. Yep. I feel like Superman. We just wrapped up week 2 with the 20 weeks of community engagement, and yeah, now we about to talk to some young brothers that had this incident happen with them, and just to let y'all know, we are going to be on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So I'm just making sure I got Instagram is kind of different. You got to go live first and then get that mug popping. So let's see. Say we are live there. All right. So yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna run this intro, and yeah, we gonna get this thing popping because you know what? We done playing games, y'all. We done playing these games, and I appreciate y'all for even joining in today because we got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff to cover. So be right back.
Determination to change the nation, I'm manifesting the truth. Back in the booth to give you the messages that's been channeling right through me. No, I'm not Jesus, although my spirit is great. I'm eating my food without a plate, escaping this place through my meditations. New life begun when I reloaded the gun and realized where I was from was not too far from the sun. Like somewhere close by the moon. Now I'm connected like Zoom. On walks of life that ever lived, call me like out of the blue. So I just pass it to you, right through your speakers with clues. And if you choose to free your mind, then you will have all the tools. But I can't make you take it and shake it and mentally break yourself out. Cause freeing your mind without a doubt is something you have to try out. But once you see the light, your might, and all the power you've had, then you have reached the 5th dimension and you can brighten your path. But others who choose to follow the red pills, it's harder to swallow. Or you can wallow in your sorrows, feeling all empty and hollow. The only way you'll see the truth is if it's starting with you. So please stop lying to yourself, start being truthful to you. The only way you'll see the truth is if it's starting with you. So please stop lying to yourself, start being truthful to you, to you.
Man, y'all wasn't playing today. 25 people done already jumped on. Hey, CC. Hey, Tony. What's going on, brother RG? Yeah. We got the young brothers on here today. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, we got some young brothers on here today to tell their story. We already know about brother Janiti, who was sitting out front of his house with his friends, and the undercover sheriff decided to drive up and down the street stalking them boys until he can create an incident and create a dangerous situation, and then say, "Oh, I fear for my life," and he shot and murdered brother Janiti in front of his house. So what we have today, hey, Mr. Cannon, hey, Sue, hey, Miss Carolyn, hey, all the way from Arkansas. Yeah, so what we got today is two brothers who actually survived the incident just like that. And so without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring them on. Here go Elijah. Brother Elijah, how you doing, sir?
Hey everybody, how you doing? My name's Elijah Patterson. I'm 19. I work at Coca-Cola. We don't be doing much, just to kind of be there every day, weekdays. I get weekends off, and that's about it. Heavy
All right.
shit.
Yes, sir. And then I got Davion. What's going on, brother?
What's good? My name is Davion. Work at Coca-Cola also. At night shifts. That's
Nice
all I
shit.
really do. Don't really do much besides work.
That's it. You got two handsome young brothers right here, and they was all they was doing was chilling. But we gonna start off with brother Elijah just to kind of tell us, as far as like his day that day, and then when he got off work. So, brother Elijah, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. Uh, the day, it was kind of going kind of slow. It was a good day though, and we had got off work around like 12 a.m. and it was me, Davion, and two of his friends that I had met recently through the job. And we was going to drop off one of his first friends, and we decided to sit in the car and talk for a little bit, relax, just enjoy ourselves. And I didn't even notice it at first. Davion did, but a cop pulled up behind us, no lights on, nothing, didn't say anything at all. And then
so let me ask you a question. When you was sitting there, you was already parked, right? So being already parked,
Yep.
I can't understand how is it a stop if you're already stopped, first of all. We got brother Jay joining. Let me give him a chance to
Yeah,
get
that's
himself set up. And then we'll let him introduce himself. But yeah, if you already stopped, how is it a stop? Okay, that first part right there just don't make no sense. And let me bring Jay on so he can introduce himself. Brother Jay, how you doing, sir? Oh, I can't see him. Hold on, he was just there. Let's give him a second to give himself situated. So, Davion, who was the one who noticed that there was somebody sitting behind you?
it was me. I seen the cop turn the corner, then I seen him slowly pull up behind me. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how that went. I
Yeah.
assumed he was gonna drive past or something, because that's usually what they do though. They usually don't just stop behind you and you're not doing nothing, just sitting there, you know.
Right.
And then plus
And
our
y'all
friend,
really,
he had
yeah.
got out the car. Yeah, he got out the car just to go inside the house. Well, that's what we was there to do, just drop him off. So, you know.
Wow. And here's Anissa. So this is Janiti's cousin right here. And so unfortunately for her, you know, and for us as a community, we lost a young brother doing just what y'all was doing, just pulled up outside chilling. And how did you feel at that moment when y'all realized it was a cop behind you, Davion? How was you feeling?
But can you say that again? You cut out.
Oh, I said, how was you feeling when you realized that it was a police officer behind you?
At first I was calm. It was the point to where he started getting like aggravated with my friend. The fact that he was out the car, you know, that he it's like he pulled up on 10. He started yelling at him, telling him to get back in the car. Yeah,
Wow.
that's when I knew it was a different type of energy.
Right away. Elijah,
Yeah,
so you was driving, right?
no, Davion was driving.
Davion was driving? Okay.
I was driving.
How did you feel, Elijah, when you realized that the police was behind you?
I was instantly nervous just because I haven't had a lot of too good interactions with the police, and his lights were off, so that instantly already made me nervous. Because most times that I have a cop, I see one, they and their lights are off, they're just going on about their business. But this guy, he's just sat there. He just pulled up at that, and I didn't like the feeling already. So I told Elijah, I told him, hey, you should go ahead and go inside. I've been talking too long. And then that's when he started with the bullets, and I instantly got even more nervous. Uh, my hands started shaking. I was starting to freak out. Once everybody was back in the car, I even started hyperventilating a little bit.
Wow. Let me ask you, when they pulled up initially and y'all was already parked, did you think you were being pulled over, or you was just wondering why he was sitting there?
I was wondering why.
yeah.
I didn't even
I,
know what.
I was wondering.
Yeah. It is weird to
Yeah, I
have
was
a
just
cop
wondering why
pull
that
up.
was sitting.
Yeah, it was weird. It's weird to have a cop pull up and then just sit there while you're already stopped. So it don't feel like a traffic stop. Um, Elijah, I want to ask you, why did you decide to make that video um, on Facebook?
Instantly when they started taking us out the car, and I saw I just knew that that wasn't right. That didn't feel right to me. Even though I've had bad interactions with cops, I've also had very good ones where they were calm and very nice and cordial with me. So I knew that that just wasn't right. I needed to say something, and it just didn't sit right. Not saying it.
Yeah. I don't know. It seemed like we getting some feedback all of a sudden.
Yeah,
We start talking. Am I breaking up? Do y'all hear me good or no?
I hear you fine. It's more Davion.
Yeah, I think if because now it's starting to do it with you, and we tested this stuff out beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring Jay on the stage, and then I'm gonna have you and Davion close out and come back. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hey, how you
Um,
doing?
how you doing, brother Jay?
I'm doing all right. Just enjoying
Um,
my day.
yes, sir. Go ahead and let the people know who you are, your age, and where you work at.
Hey, my name's Jaden Parr, and I'm 20 years old, and I work at the Coca-Cola warehouse with Davey
Okay.
Elijah.
Okay. And so you was in the car that night. How did you feel when you seen an officer pull up behind you, even though y'all was already parked?
I was just thinking like, maybe okay, he was just rolling by, and we was probably in his way at first. That's what I was thinking, and he was just waiting for us to move. But then when the other Elijah, got out the car, um he had started turning on his lights and was asking our friend to get back in the car, and that's when I started thinking, yeah, something weird was about to happen.
Why was he telling your friend to get back in the car if y'all was there to drop him off, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not sure. I don't know what made him ask him to get back in the car. We ain't do nothing suspicious. All we did was just shake up each other, and then he had got out the car and was about to walk into the apartment complex or the building, but couldn't even let that happen.
Mm. So and Davion said it was real aggressive. When he told him to get out, I mean told him to get back to the car. What was the aggression for? Like, what do you think made him act aggressive towards you?
I'm not sure. Like, I know that in their mind that when they say something, that people gotta follow their first command and stuff without any question. But we still humans, and we still wonder and want to make sure like everything is fair and reasonable. Like, if we're if you're asking us a question, we just want to make sure like is there a valid reason to why you're doing this. It's not that we're being incompliant. We're just wanting to know the reason of why this is happening.
So, Davion, since you was driving, what is going on? Somebody calling me. Nope. Davion, since you was driving, how were you feeling like when they telling them to get back in the car and yelling, um, and you was already parked? What did he walk up to the car and say?
That's when I started.
Oh yes,
I,
what is going on? Yeah,
I,
Davion, you it's real static. I can't even hear you no more, which is weird. We had all this stuff tested. Elijah,
mm-hmm.
hear me? Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah. So when he walked up to the car, what did he say to Davion immediately when he walked up?
Immediately, he asked for license and registration, and Davion had asked why we were being detained and why we were being stopped and stuff like that. And he wasn't trying to tell us at first, but after Davion kept asking, he just said expired tags, and then he walked away back to his car.
Yeah, and did you ask him like because technically you're not being stopped because you was already stopped. You was sitting there.
Yeah.
So Davion, what did you say to him? Like you kept asking him over and over what was going on or what?
Yeah, basically, I think he had all of us had our hands up before any of that happened. He told all of us keep our hands up, whatever. So basically, we had our hands up. He walked up to the car, and then he's gonna ask me for my license and registration, whatever. Um, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm scared to do something already because he's telling us to have our hands up. I don't even want to move my hands. So anyway, I'm like, can I know what I'm being stopped for, pulled over for? And then he said something. I didn't hear him. I didn't understand like the first thing he said. So I tried to tell the dude like, I didn't understand what you said, whatever. And then He repeated himself like 2 quick times. It seemed like he didn't even finish his last sentence. Like, it out of nowhere, he just walked away from my car with his radio out, quick as heck. I couldn't even say nothing to him. But I had my license and registration pulled out, sitting on my lap, ready for him to come back to the car or anything. I was trying to tell him I had it ready. Uh, no response. He was just back in his car. Yeah, we were just sitting
Wow.
there at that. All of our hands up. He told us keep our
So
hands up.
everybody got their hands up and out the window. And then Elijah, what did any cops pull up? Any more cops pull up, or what happened after that?
I'm assuming he had called for more people because he said that he was scared, but
He was scared.
yes, sir. He said he was scared. From the very beginning,
That's what
he
he
said he
told
was
me.
scared.
So he told you that too, Davion? He was scared?
Yeah, later on, like after everything happened, after he put us all in handcuffs and all that, took us out the car. At the end of the day, he told me the reason he did it was because he was scared. Because my friend got out the car, tried to go into the house, and then he seen 3 other dudes inside the car. And he said he told me he couldn't see inside the car, none of that. So it put him in a scary position apparently.
Jay, what you thinking the whole time you sitting in the car?
I'm just thinking, yeah, like really in my mind, I'm thinking nothing bad should happen because we ain't do nothing wrong. We were just sitting here from the jump. The cop came on to us, like just came behind us. So I'm thinking it was just gonna be a little license registration, and then check the license plates, and we are gonna be good after that. But everything had transpired, and I was just like, dang. It got to 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, and he walk up yelling, you being aggressive. I mean, he he profiled y'all. Y'all all work at Coca-Cola, getting off work after a long shift and just dropping your friend off. I just don't understand. So how did y'all end up having to exit the vehicle?
Yes.
And how did he make you exit the vehicle, Elijah?
So, after we was all sitting there with our hands up for a while, he had called for backup, and 8 more squad cars pulled up, and there was about 20 officers, all of them decked out with ARs, flashlight attachments, holographs, ACOGs. They all got pistols pointed up at the car, and then they get on the microphone and they start telling us to one by one keep our hands up, exit the vehicle, and walk backwards.
Have you ever been through anything like that, Davion?
No, this was my first time ever.
And the car registered to you. You got no criminal history or nothing going on.
Yeah, I don't got no criminal.
You said it's registered to who? Oh, okay. You ain't got nothing. So they done pulled out ARs. You got all these extra cops. They got y'all walking backwards to their voice. How much trauma is that, brothers? I mean, come on.
I still don't feel comfortable.
With everything I was just trying to look on the bright side, just keep calm and just be regulated, because I just didn't want my emotions or my thoughts to make me more nervous and anxious than I already was not trying to be.
And I'm sitting here fuming, brothers, because I look at y'all and I see my nephews, I see my sons. You know, I do got young boys your age, I mean, and older, and as a community, we all look at y'all as part of the family. You know what I mean? And it's terrible that y'all had to experience that, and you doing everything right by being working young men. You getting off work, you didn't do nothing wrong. None of y'all got a record. You ain't committed a crime, and this is the stuff that you have to go through just because you black sitting in the car. And then they'll say that they don't do these kind of things or these things don't happen. And then they have these meetings every weekend, but they never talk about these types of situations right here. And then how is all of a sudden he's afraid when he's the one who pulled up on you, on y'all, and created the situation. Now you got all these cops here with guns drawn, AR-15s, and just think if y'all had made one wrong move, any move, they would have opened fire and shot all of y'all in the car. I mean, so continue the story. After they get you out the car and they got all these AR-15s, they making y'all walk backwards to the voice. Then what happened, Davion?
Basically, they just arrest all of us, put us all in cars.
They cuffed all of y'all and put y'all in the car?
One of us. We all sat in the car, handcuffed for an hour.
An hour.
Came, talked to. I'm assuming everybody. I think everybody kept getting talked to by multiple cops, but cops just kept coming talking to me. They raided my whole car. Everything in my car. They made a mess. Like they threw it everywhere. Um, so
Did
my
they
car
ask you for
was
permission to search your car?
Say that again?
Did they ask for permission to search your car?
No, they didn't. They didn't say nothing to me. They put me in the car and they searched it.
So Jay, let me ask you a question. So they put all of y'all in separate cars. What were they saying to you in your car while you was in the police car, Jay?
So yeah, I was trying to make sure I was getting every detail from the officer, like everyone I was talking to, just to see what was going on in their mind. And I asked the officer, do you know why he called y'all? Do you know why he had y'all pull up on us like this with the guns drawn and the dogs out? And I had a lady officer say that she don't know, that she just pulled up. She was trying to be play for both sides. I feel like not really wanting to give a real answer because she can see what's going on. She just didn't want to say it out loud because she's a cop. So she wanted to protect her partner, I feel like. And that's just what the other officers were saying as well. Like they don't know the full story. The officer just called y'all on the radio, and we just pulled up because we thought we was the closest. They were just giving me half answers, I feel like.
And so in the car that you was in, Elijah, what were they telling you?
It seemed like basically when he was talking to me, he was just trying to push a narrative on to the whole situation because they kept on asking me who the car was registered to, whether or not the car was stolen, who was driving, and they just kept on asking the same questions over and over, like they wanted to see if I was going to slip up and say something different every time.
And so, Davion, while you was in the car, what was they saying to you about your car, or like, what did you do for them to pull up? Did they give you a reason?
I didn't have no reason until later to do explain to me what he eventually once they already checked my car and did all that, I was trying to tell them like I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Later on he
So did
told
they
me
end
like,
up giving you a ticket?
yeah, I got a little citation just for something in my car already. And, yeah,
Wow.
they didn't also my friend that was out the car, he also him a citation just top, why you had to get back in the car.
Yeah, your phone is kind of breaking up, but Elijah, can you tell us like what did he give y'all? I mean, give them the citation for the guy that got out the car, the other Elijah. What did he give him a citation for?
They gave him a citation for obstructing justice when he asked them
What?
why they wanted him to get back in the car.
Oh no, we got it. Man, I'm gonna have to contact. So did y'all get a lawyer? Or when is y'all court date?
In August 8th.
Davion, you're gonna have to give me your court date, and then the other Elijah, ask him was his court date because we need to show up for these court dates, and then see if we can get a lawyer to show up because this is out of control. We did have somebody talking about we probably need to start getting these young men some dash cameras, something that can record in and outside,
Nope.
because this is out of control. Um, so how long did this whole ordeal last, Jay? Like when y'all was out the car, they had y'all handcuffed. How long did all that last?
Lasted about almost up to a whole hour. For really,
Wow.
almost an hour. Because by the time we got done with everything, and we were just about to pull off from that area, it was almost 2 in the morning.
Wow. So Davion, they gave you a ticket for your plates. They gave Elijah a ticket for obstructing justice. Nothing for you, Elijah, and then nothing for you, Jay.
No,
And did y'all explain to them that y'all just got off work?
multiple
yeah,
times.
Yeah,
countless
had
times.
our
They
high
could see it
value,
too.
all that work, had a whole work hat on that said Coca-Cola on it.
Had all
Wow.
our high vis and everything. We were still in our work outfits. We were still in them, still wearing all our stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like RG said. So they out here just provoking. And Anissa said she's sick. What the hell? And like Robert said, this much manpower over some tags. I mean, AR-15s, and like Arlette said, y'all all getting off work. I mean, if y'all wouldn't have told us this story, a lot of people wouldn't even believe this is happening. And where were y'all at in North Omaha? Where were y'all at?
Right up 38,
Somewhere midtown, I
close
think.
to like
Sorry about that.
You said where was you at in Midtown?
Somewhere, yeah, around that area.
Around Midtown. Yeah, and then like Robert said, I don't want to hear nothing else about calls on hold for officer shortage, right? And then and like I said, the 360 people, the meetings and stuff, that's not my target. Um, but do they? I wonder, do they talk about these situations in the meetings along with the crimes that they say people are committing? Um, and it's really messed up. So I think what we should do is we need to get y'all some dash cams. If y'all can drop y'all cash apps in the comment somewhere where I can see it in the private link, and I'll put it up because we need to raise enough money for all of y'all to have one in your car. I know y'all carpool to work and stuff, but for your individual cars, when you're not carpooling to work, we need to make sure that y'all able to get cameras on the interior of the cars. And I think what we should do is start something where all of the young people, we need to get some dash cameras in them cars. Um, Miss Jefferson said, "In cat back in my day, my grandsons had mentors that had our young black boys carry. Um, if a police stop you, rights card. Damn shame they only fear they should have is God, which is true." Miss Erica said, "I've been pulled over for expired tags. I got 2 police cars, no gun pulled. This is hella foul. People can't afford expensive tags, but must have cars to go to work, which is true." Yeah. Um, and they did that because y'all young. They felt they could violate y'all rights and get away with it. They did all that to these articulating hard young working men and found nothing. And I bet you they didn't apologize. Did they offer y'all an apology?
No, one of
not
the
at all.
officers told me that, well, good thing everybody walked away with no harm, so it looked like everything good. Like like that
Wow.
was okay. Like everything they did was okay just because nobody got shot or arrested, went to jail, or nothing. They thought that was all okay and fine. No, no.
They
And I
told
was
y'all
trying,
good thing.
yes, I was trying to talk to one of the officers, let him know like that what happened tonight wasn't cool. That I don't know who the officer was or what he might have thought, but he definitely did something foul to us because that wasn't necessary. Wasted our time, wasting our energy, made us get on the floor, had us scared for our lives, and then just to give 2 of my friends tickets for nothing, for real, and just to have all of us just going through that, it was just foul.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So none of y'all got a record, but now all y'all names done been ran through the system. Now you got a ticket, you got to show up to court. We got to help y'all get this stuff off. But also, I want to get with Robert Wagner and myself and Robert Penn, and then see how we can go about filing a complaint down here. But the bad part about these complaints is these people investigate themselves, y'all. So even though we file a complaint, it goes through the police internal affair, and they investigate themselves. So if y'all can remember the exact location, the exact time, that way, once we put in a report, we can get these people to actually check it. But I'm very angry. I'm trying not to show it too much because I mean, I just hate that y'all had to go through that. I wish I could have been there to help y'all. We got to come up with a system where something like this happened that y'all can immediately call one of us to pull up or the group to pull up. Like Rob said, we appreciate y'all for being brave and standing up, and now we got to do our part, which is true. That's what we're here for. You know, we y'all big brothers, and we got to make sure that y'all safe out here, just doing the work, basic, simple stuff. And Omaha got a light on it right now for what they did to Janiti, and we got to make sure that y'all story get pushed out there, and we got to be there for y'all in court. We got to do what we got to do. And so now we got people that saying they want to come to court. They want to know the officer's name on the citation. Do you have your citation, David? You see the officer's name?
I gotta go grab it, but
Okay. Yeah. Once you get it, send it to me. And I think what we'll do is we got to get your court date posted so the community can be there. And then my friend Elijah that didn't join today, we got to make sure that we get all the information from him too. Yeah. What'd you say, Davion?
he has the exact same court date as me, so
Exact same court date as you. Okay. And then, like Arlette said, they only gave y'all tickets to cover their ass because she said that pisses her off because she got a grandson getting ready to start driving. And that's what we all thinking about. Like I said, y'all like our little brothers, our nephews. And here y'all are going to work doing nothing wrong, already stopped. And then they pull up behind you and pull this stuff. And now y'all traumatized. You got guns pointed at you, AR-15s. And like Rob said, one wrong move and it would have been your death. And then they would have created this fake narrative that they were scared. That's why they told y'all that. I was already scared. This stuff is intentional, Erica. So we're gonna do what we can do to help y'all. And like I said, I will get all of y'all information. We're gonna make sure we show up to that court deed. And make sure that we support y'all and then work on getting those body cameras. I mean, not body camera, but dashboard cams installed in your cars, man, that can look both ways, inside and out. Paul said we need to get the chief this information. He need to step up dialogue to address this abusive, unprofessional behavior. That's true. And what we'll do is shit. Rob got connections to him. I got connections to him. We're gonna have to pull up on him and let him know that that this is unacceptable. And Michelle says she mad. Erica want to come to court. Yep. So yeah, we'll get those dates for all of y'all that's asking. I appreciate y'all supporting them because this is for them to come forward and do what they doing. Now we got to do our part and support them and make sure they get the support they need. And then also I'm gonna see if my friend that's a lawyer can pull up on y'all for court because there's no way y'all should get no charge, no court fines, no fees, no nothing out of this, bro. We can't let that happen to y'all. And then if you, Davion, if you haven't got your yet or registered, let us know and we'll see if we can get the money to help you get that done ASAP. Okay. Because we can't have these excuses, but you wasn't even driving, I was already parked. So to pull up on you, just seeing 4 black men sitting in the car, that's an excuse to fuck with y'all. I don't care what nobody say. They fucking with y'all because they judged you sitting in that car being black. That's it. And that's why I named it no crime, just the color. I mean, it's crazy. So now, how are y'all feeling after all these days? I'm gonna start with you, Jay. How are you feeling now about the police? I mean, these are people that coming out your tax check, your work check to pay them. How you feel right now about the police?
Um, I already like I have an idea of how the police is in the world already, just from what we been through as the black community. So I kind of knew something would be expected like this to happen in my life eventually. I just didn't know it would be like this and this soon, especially over something so small where I didn't even do nothing. So to know like when you really innocent, to find out firsthand when you innocent and you still get in trouble with the law and you can't do nothing because the law, it really do kind of mess with you, make you mad. And well, it made me mad, just kind of made me want to just really just stay out the way in the world for real. Like I got to put myself in the box just so I don't have to deal with the police or any type the government trying to mess with me for wanting just to live.
Yeah. And you technically out the way because you working. You going to work, you coming home. I mean, you ain't do nothing. So and you shouldn't have to feel like you gotta stay more out the way than that because you're a young man, you got a lot of life to live, brother. And there's no reason for you to have a fear of these people that's taking money out your check to get paid. Elijah, how you feel now about the police since this situation happened?
I was already hesitant and cautious of them, but now I don't. If I see them, I'm gonna make sure I go the other way because I find it crazy that the men who are supposed to protect and serve me, I have to be so hesitant around because they can just decide instantly like that just because of my skin color, I'm a threat to their safety somehow, some way, even though I'm innocent. It it scares me, to be honest. I don't know how to feel about the situation altogether because it's just a mix and swirl of emotions. Anytime I think about it, I get stuck, and I feel like I'm reliving that moment over and over again.
Davion, how you feeling now? Since that happened to you, how are you feeling about it now, about the police and everything?
Yeah. At first, I didn't think the police was like too bad. At least down here in Omaha, I know how they is in a lot of areas and stuff like that. But around Omaha, because I grew up here, I felt like maybe they just tried to put their thought in our mind that they're the good guys growing up and stuff like that. But I feel like ever since being 18, over that age, you can't do nothing with the cops or around them. It's like ever since this happened, really, I haven't been messing with them. Like I've been trying to duck them way more when driving. Um, been more cautious around them everywhere I go. It, it it's kind of like a scary feeling inside, in the back of my mind every time I see a cop. It's just I remember that night. Uh, Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't even be. Yeah, you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't have to feel that way. These people, they out of control for this. And Rob said we got to go see the chief on this, and that's what we're gonna do. So, and Matey, she said this breaks my heart because y'all are clearly hardworking young men. Please don't stop living your lives because of this situation. Um, man, y'all feelings is valid for sure. And like Rob said, y'all did y'all part coming forward. I know people are saying that they nervous about you for speaking up. Somebody said I'm worried for them, receiving backlash for speaking up. And that's why I said we got to get the money for these cameras. We got to make sure Davion's car is plated, and then we're gonna go see the chief on this. And she said they might need therapy for the city, and for this, and the city need to pay for it. Correct? Because there's no way that you got 4 hardworking young men coming home from work and sitting there waiting, talking, letting their friend out. He get charged with disorderly conduct for asking, why do I gotta go back to the car? It just don't make no sense. And there's no reason that y'all had to go through that. And PTSD for sure. Andrea said, how much is your tag? So yeah, we're gonna get all that information. We're gonna get the information on the dash cam video footage. Dash cam cameras, the information on their court date, and then the information on how much his tags are. And we're gonna look out for you, brother. Okay. And Juanita said, where's all the black preachers? I don't know. You know, I know I'm not a black preacher, but I do love my brothers. And like I said, I look at these dudes, man. This is our future right here. These is our brothers, our nephews, our young men in our community. There's no way they should have any fear of the police who's taking money out of their check to get paid. There's no way. And Mady says she's a therapist. And so yeah, and she know other therapists if needed. And I'll contact that lawyer and get with them to see what we can do as far as y'all court. Is there anything else that Davion, Elijah, that y'all want to say before y'all get out of here? Starting with you, Davion. Even if it's a
No,
message for like the other young men that might be going through this, like how did you have the bravery to go through, speak up, and what do you want to see happen, after this?
I just think like stay safe. Try to stay up with everything. I guess I don't really know how we could move or do anything against something like this, just because we know they got so much power, and I don't know. I feel like I wasn't in control, but
Mm,
um,
mm, mm, mm. I hate that feeling, bro. I know exactly the feeling you talking about of not being in
made me feel
control.
for the fact that we couldn't do nothing about the situation after it was already raining that night. They made us lay down. Our clothes is all wet and damp after all that. It's just yeah. And then it's just the fact that we just had to go on about our day like nothing happened. Just sent
Mm,
us home.
mm, mm.
But
Raining, muddy, just got off work, didn't do nothing. They pulling guns, AR-15s, rifles, all that, and here you is, you know, left with this fear and this trauma. Oh man, brother Elijah, how you feeling? Do you got a message you want to give to the young people out here that might be going through this? And yeah, what's your final thoughts on this?
Just some added information from that night that I had figured out the next morning when the other Elijah came and talked to us. He said that after everybody pulled off, the cops they came back and started circling around the block, driving up and down the road. And that's crazy because we were already proven innocent. We was already dealt with. Y'all already did everything you wanted. Why do you have to keep coming back? We already went through everything. So what's the issue now? Um, as for my hopes, I just hope that everybody can safely and safely go outside and feel okay in their own skin and not have to worry about that might be their last day just because a cop says so.
Yeah. Yeah, and brother Willie is asking still too, like how much you need, Davion. So yeah, I'll make sure I get this information because they do want to definitely 100% help y'all get everything situated before court. That ticket will go away if we get that situated before court. I do want to give brother Jay a chance to let me know how he feel and what do he want to see from this, and do you have any message for anybody else that's young that might have went through something like this already?
Um, my final thoughts on it is just I just hope it don't happen again. Even though it's gonna happen to people, but we gotta make sure just we can make sure it when it does happen, the people can get caught and justice can actually be justice. Like I told my mom today about the situation, and she started asking me if I wanted her to call down there to press charges and make a complaint. And I just really didn't know what to tell her because I don't know if anything can be done. And that's the scary part because, like you were saying earlier, what we complain about, it go back to them. So they might just see it and throw it away or hid it from the people who actually do care about the people. And it might not even get seen by somebody who actually cares. So it might not ever get checked. So just saying, hopefully things can get better in the future for all of us.
Yeah. Yep. And Paul saying the new mayor need to get involved ASAP. Sad to say they trying to get all blacks out they hate the most. Yep. And yeah, that's the crazy part. I agree. And file a complaint and let the public know. And that's what we're gonna do. We'll help y'all get them complaints filed. And then just so the audience know, we will follow up 100% with all of them, with the Elijah and Davion. We're gonna get Davion plate situated, get Elijah situated with this phony ass obstruction of fucking justice, which is bullshit. And then we're gonna work on getting dash cams for their cars. And then I'll drop their cash apps and stuff in there so we can make sure they can have enough money to go out and get all the stuff that they need to feel safe. And like somebody else said, brother, make sure y'all living y'all life, bro. We're gonna have a meeting here pretty soon where we bring all the young people together, all these young men, and we'll drop some gems on y'all, and then we'll make sure that we get y'all contacts. So even if it's just with me, Rob, and Kasim, and the other Rob Penn, if something like this happen again, I don't care what time of the night, just shoot me a SOS, share your location, and I'll be there in a heartbeat. Okay. Because we can't have y'all out here living in fear. Like she said earlier, no, y'all shouldn't fear nobody but God, and y'all the creators, y'all young guys, y'all young kings. There should be nothing that have you terrified, and all you doing is going to work and coming home. We can't have this shit. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna make sure I double back with them, though, for sure, and get all the information that we need to make sure that these brothers is protected. And I appreciate all the love and the support from this audience, man. Y'all really came through. Y'all showing these brothers love. Make sure y'all keep. She said already, you are in our prayers, and so yeah, make sure y'all keep them in their prayers, And again, thank y'all for coming forward with y'all story. I'm telling you, thank y'all for coming forward, because this is what we need. So so that everybody know that this stuff is happening. And then, like she said, since y'all work overnight, make sure you're on the phone with someone before exiting your car. That's good. And they don't want y'all to be great, but we proud of y'all. That's what Tanny said. Yeah, we definitely proud of y'all, young men. Okay, keep being great. We love y'all, and stay in touch, and Davion, and make sure y'all get with your other friend Elijah, and let him know that we are willing to support him. And then I'll get y'all get in touch with that lawyer and get back with y'all. Okay. All right. I want y'all brothers to hang on. I'm gonna end the show. And then yeah, my wife said thanks for speaking up. If y'all got any encouraging words before I end the show for these brothers, y'all can drop them in the comments real quick. Stay safe, brothers. Yeah. And I'm gonna end the show, and then I want to just briefly talk to y'all. So just hold the line. She said, "Thanks y'all for speaking up." Yeah. Okay. So, yep. Andrea sending y'all some prayers. Yep. Man, y'all really came through. She said, "Thank you all," and Sherman, prayers to you all. Thank you for telling your story, man. Y'all really got a lot of people. Y'all touching a lot of people, and I mean, y'all bravery is not unnoticed, because like I said, y'all the future. We gotta make sure y'all good, stay strong. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, we out of here. Thank you, Michelle. Thank all of y'all.
Thank y'all too.
And,
Thank
yeah.
you for listening.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. He said thank y'all for listening. Yeah, man. All right, we out of here, and we'll talk to y'all pretty soon. Peace.